All right, we're gonna call the finance meeting to order at 6:30. We'll do roll call. Alderwoman Inman,
Present.
Alderman Kreinbrink,
Present.
Alderman Danko,
Present.
and Alderwoman Erickson. Alderman Robinson will be joining us after a bit. If we can review the semi-monthly bills, does anybody have any discussion on them?
I saw that we were putting tires on the front end loader again, so it looks like we did that, plus we had another $33,000 repair as well on that.
Yes.
So it sounded like it was the cost to replace the part was cheaper than rebuilding the part. By the time you added the labor into it is the way I got out of the invoice.
Yes, I believe.
Well, was that the, something to do with the rear axle?
Yeah, it was something with the transmission or speed or something, so.
It's the transaxle.
I'm just wondering, I think we put tires on this thing a couple times already and we haven't had it that long. It might be time to like research maybe some solid tires or something for this, or some longer, harder rubber so that they're not breaking down as quickly.
Do you have the breakdown what that 16,000 entailed?
You mean what, the 33,000?
Well, it's total, but there's a end loader repair. There was a big one here for 16. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, it's broken down there in the bill. There's just different line items. I don't know why it wasn't accepted as one.
We broke it in.
Oh.
We split the cost between the general fund, water, and
Yeah.
wastewater. That's why
There you
it's
go.
16,
That's why
8,
it's
and 8.
different.
Yeah, they're showing an axle, so that wasn't cheap. So, okay.
I did see the note on there, though, said that there was no oil in it. So that brought up a question as to, we had maintenance being performed by, just on our squads, by various mechanical groups in town, establishments, I guess I should say, in town, and now we've kind of gone towards one in particular to handle all those maintenance costs. Is this something that we should be doing with some of our specialized equipment where we have more mechanics working on it versus like the field personnel? I know that they're intelligent enough to change the oil, but if the note in here is saying that there's no oil when they basically checked it, is that something that was missed on a PM? Or was there something else going on type of thing?
I did ask about that, and what I was told is that it's on a 1,000-hour interval to check that transaxle. It was done and the fluid was replaced, but we did it over in Salmonock at Paul Buck, well, not Paul Buck, but Hogan Walker. And we hadn't reached that 2,000 mark yet, so that's why it seemed kind of out of nowhere that it was running slow. And that's when they checked it out, and that was what the problem was.
So the maintenance was performed over
Yes.
in Salmonock
At the
before?
1,000-hour mark, we're approaching 2,000 hours now, so.
Is this the original thing where they said that the oil pan was cracked, or
That was on the leaf
that
machine.
was on the leaf machine? Okay.
Yep, that was on the leaf machine.
But Hogan Walker didn't do any maintenance?
Not recently, no, because I think Nick had some conversations with them, but I think West Side Tractor, who is, you've got John Deere Green and you got John Deere Yellow. Well, John Deere Yellow wasn't too happy. John Deere Green had been doing the servicing on it, but we don't believe there's any reason why that would have been a problem, so. But that added into the debate back and forth as to what the issue was. I do know that they mixed it, the first time it came back, it wasn't fixed. So we sent it back and said, we're certainly not paying for anything else. And, so they had gotten us a loaner for 6 weeks or something while they continued to work on it, but it's been an ongoing problem.
Was that West Side or was that Hogan Walker?
That was West Side. because we did send it to them because that's where it was purchased from.
Okay.
They handle the commercial equipment versus Hogan Walker, which handles the agriculture stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anybody have any other questions?
Gary, cover the Brad Manning Ford one. It kind of goes along with what you were saying before, Fred, as far as, I didn't know why we were getting stuff done up at Brad Manning Ford when we had been getting stuff done. I thought maybe it was a brand-new car, so it had to be warranty or something at the Ford, but it looked like it was, looking at the bill earlier, I think it was a 2017 Squad, if I remember correctly.
It's whatever Squad 3 is, right? I do know that they offer I think they offer a shuttle service. They'll come pick it up and take it for you. There's several organizations in the area, fire and police, that are utilizing them in DeKalb.
I was just curious why,
Yeah, I don't know.
like I said, most of the service has been done locally, so.
And I can't speak to that. We probably have to ask the chief, but I do know that we have 2 individuals that drive their truck to Sycamore. It may have been more convenient to do it up that way. I don't know. I'm speculating on that one, but that's a question for the chief.
And did you already talk about the tollway?
I have that on my list.
We get billed quarterly for that, and it does not provide us an individual list of what it was. It was $24 for this past quarter, but that would be if there's police going to any of, because all those cars now have I-passes in them. If it's any of the trucks that have to go up there and get anything, but it didn't provide a detailed list of the transactions. So they billed us for the quarter, though.
We'll give it this.
Well, it does
Oh,
have
it does
it
have
does
that,
have a
doesn't it?
breakdown, yeah.
Okay.
I
So,
thought there was
You're right, there is some
some
change.
license plates, so,
I guess we'd have to track and figure out who was who,
yeah,
but
well, we probably need to do that, to make sure that that iPass works, because we shouldn't be paying an additional.
oh, no.
If we're paying just what the toll amount is, because the iPass didn't read, that's fine, but we want to make sure that we're not paying
Because I
fees.
think some of those had video, right?
Oh, that may be, okay, I'll have to look more
Those need to
closely
make
at
sure
it, I'm
that they have the
sorry.
iPads put in them.
I
And they hand those out like candy these days, so, because they're just a sticker anymore.
Well, my understanding is all the squads have them now, so we shouldn't, because we were having problems with stuff going through and not being recorded properly, so let me look another time at that. I had asked and they said, well, it was coming in on a quarterly basis now. I assumed that meant that we were
want me to
getting
leave this one out for
billed
you?
quarterly, but not, instead of having to put it forward.
do you want me to leave it out for you? Okay.
Thank you. The only other thing I was gonna ask is, we'll have to find out later, because I think I might have asked Jeff this earlier, before the meeting, that Pew Pew Guru, the biohazard cleanup. Just need an answer as far as what specifically that is, because an extra $300 if it's, you know,
That's how it was bid in the initial, first time we went out to bid was so that if we had an incident like that, that they could handle it, but there was an extra fee for it. It wasn't something that, so when they come out, it's usually, I think it's a flat fee.
I'm just curious specifically what it was
Okay.
that was done.
Anything that's wet and not yours is what they're gonna clean up for that fee. That's the easiest way to put it. That comes out of a body.
I get that
Yeah.
part, but,
Or if it was, you mean if it was a
That's-
jail
that-
cell or a car?
yeah, that, I mean,
Why?
that's what you just described, that's
Yeah.
most
Does it say,
restrooms.
does it say if it's a, on the bill itself?
You know what I mean, though, that's most restrooms.
Well, I think if you get the product into the toilet, that's one thing. If it's not, then they're gonna hit you for it.
And again, I'm just curious.
And that was the one thing that we talked about when we went out to bid originally for those services, is that how often is that gonna happen? I mean, I thought it would happen a lot more frequently than it does. I think there's only been a couple times that it's been utilized.
It
That I
just says-
remember.
I'm sorry, go ahead. It just says biohazard, it doesn't
Okay.
say.
Pretty sure that, they all have floor drains too, so.
Yeah. don't know.
Pressure washer and, go a long way.
Yeah, blood, if there's any of that in there, you're gonna wanna be protected. If there's any blood. We don't do rinse downs any longer because of the biohazard. You have to call a company to do that. Like an aftermath or whatever to clean that up. Years ago, they just blasted away with a hose. So,
All right, does anybody have any others? The only other one that I had was the lumber company, and we kind of all talked about that one. Why so much lumber was bought, and it was to fix a trailer and to build some benches and what was it, shelving in one of the buildings, I guess.
I just have one more thing I need an explanation on. Under EEI, we got charged monthly retainer 4 times. And I don't understand. I need an explanation why.
those are the various disciplines that they perform for us.
What,
So
they,
the
we have 4
sewer, the
disciplines?
sewer, the water, the building department, and the administration, right, Jeff?
Yeah, the retainer is $2,300. It's split between water, sewer, streets, and engineering.
Okay.
That's why it's $575 to each one of those funds.
Okay.
Okay?
We also got charged EV charging again. $729.
What are we into that? Almost $3,000 in engineering?
We're over three.
Like 3,200.
So, yeah. All right, anybody have anything else?
I just had one for, we had one for leaf disposal, but I thought we were doing it, like there was a farm that was taking it for free.
We do when we can, but
Okay.
when we can't, we have to get rid of it with those folks. So
Okay.
I think it was, what was the amount of
It
that?
wasn't that
It was like
much.
$20.
No, it was like
It
a
was-
couple, it was a
or
couple
was it a
hundred.
couple
More
hundred?
than that, but.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I know we try really hard to get rid of them wherever we can, but,
$200.
okay, it was $200. But sometimes they say, no, we can't take any more, and then we've got to go with it there.
I also know that we internally had a conversation about the salt that was purchased. You know, it sounds like the salt that we purchased from Ace could have potentially been purchased at a significantly lower cost down the road a piece. I think maybe we should be conversing with our local vendors for possibly price matching and/or a reduction on that, or come up with a policy that if it's within a certain threshold of a price differential between the two, I mean, although we'd like to try to keep it in town here, like, there's something to be said that, you know, if it's $500 more to buy it locally versus driving 2 miles down the street and getting it for $500 less, you know, I think we probably need to at least have that dialogue.
And is this just sidewalk salt? Like,
Yeah,
so I mean, if it's a pallet or something, if you got it somewhere like a
Throw it in the back of a
Rural King or
1-ton.
Menards, yeah, they would just,
Yep,
and then when you're here, you can have the Bobcat or Skidster
yeah.
unload it, so.
Okay, any more discussion on the monthly bills?
I
Okay,
had one other, it's minor, photography, $385.
that was for the new officer, I believe, wasn't it?
Glamour
think the-
shots?
No, I think the police department did a group photo and some
Oh, it was a
stuff
group
like
one
that,
too?
so, yeah,
Oh.
it's on their website.
$385.
I knew they had to do it.
Do they
for-
even have glamour shots any longer?
I don't know, I've never used it, I didn't think it would help.
Money for a headshot.
Remember those? Remember that hat you wore in that picture, Rich? That cowboy hat? With the collar up?
All right, is there any unfinished
Polo
business?
tie.
Okay, Okay, the new business is the approval of the minutes for January 19th of 2026. Can I get a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Then are there any audience comments? Okay, then can I get a motion to send the bills to council totaling $255,132.80?
I'll make the motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I will make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 6:46. Thank you.